Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the channel that is Shortcut Master. This is Shrikant. So, all of you, today I am here with you a very important discussion regarding projectile motion. Okay, so you know very well we have an equation that is called as equation of trajectory. Okay, so equation of trajectory is having some limitations to apply. In all the cases of projectile, we cannot apply the equation of the trajectory. Now, in this video, I will be saying when to apply the equation of trajectory and when not to apply the equation of trajectory for a given problem in the GATE or ESC examination. Okay. First of all, let me write the boundary conditions for the projectile motion. Okay. So, you know very well, if any body is projected, okay, if any body is projected at an angle unequal to 90, okay, or we can say best thing is less than 90, greater than is okay, we can take the best thing is an angle unequal to 90. Okay, the body will be definitely tracing the parabolic path and reaching the ground level. Okay, so here I am writing perfectly and clearly, all of you, angle should be definitely unequal to 90. This is a picture. Okay, there is a case. Okay, so can I say all of you that initially we are throwing the body in the inclined direction, means we can resolve this one into two number of components or not? Yes, one is u cos alpha and one is u sin alpha. All of you, u cos alpha, that is initial velocity in the horizontal direction, and this is the this is the initial velocity in the vertical direction. There is a case. What will happen at the topmost point of the parabola? At the topmost point, what happens? The vertical component of the velocity will be definitely equal to 0, but you will be always having the horizontal component. Okay. Some of you may have a doubt, sir. Vx is also equal to 0, sir, at the maximum height. If Vx and Vy both are becoming 0 at the point C, if both are becoming 0 at the point C, the body will immediately fall down. The body will definitely fall down immediately. Therefore, the very important point is, at the maximum height, only vertical component has to become 0. If this is not becoming 0, the body will never come back. And if this Vx is also becoming 0, the body will immediately fall down. The body will immediately fall down in this direction like this. Therefore, the remaining path should be definitely traced. Okay, who is responsible for remaining path of the motion? Nothing but Vx is responsible for the remaining path of the motion. We can say clearly. Okay, now you all know what is the equation of the trajectory first of all. Okay, there is nothing but what y is equal to x multiplied by, listen carefully all of you and have some patience. Okay, so half into g into x square by u square into, we can take it as 1 plus tan square alpha. There is a picture. Okay, so let me first of all say how this equation is derived, only for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so we can do one thing, that is all of you, s is equal to ut plus half into at square. Okay, I'm applying this equation, I'm applying this equation once in the vertical direction. Okay, and I'm applying the same equation once in the horizontal direction. So all of you, if you don't know this point, all of you, nobody, if you don't know this point, nobody can apply. Nobody can differentiate when to apply the equation in the exam. So be careful, all of you, try to understand these things clearly. Okay, this is the case. Okay, tell me all of you, if you apply in the vertical direction, what happens? Yes, let the vertical displacement be, for example, y meters is equal to, okay, can I say all of you that in the vertical direction, the initial component of the velocity will be definitely equal to u into sine alpha or not? Yes, into t plus half into, body is moving away from the ground level, I am taking it as minus gt square. Equation number 1. What about second one? Tell me all of you. Let the displacement traveled in the horizontal direction be, for example, x. Okay, and what is the component of the velocity? Nothing but u cos alpha, all of you, into time t plus it is 0. It becomes equation number 2. In the horizontal direction, the acceleration in the x direction will be always equal to 0. That means the very important point in all of you here, we are taking ay as minus g, and here we are taking ax as 0. Okay, now what is the value of t from this equation? Check it. T is equal to how much? We can take it as u divided by cos alpha. We can add all of you. Okay, now can I substitute this t in this equation or not? Yes. We will be getting finally y is equal to u sine alpha into time t, means we can get x divided by u cos alpha. Okay, so we can write minus half into, one second, sorry, minus half into g into t value is how much? We can take it as x divided by u cos alpha whole square. Okay, and here I am writing finally y is equal to x into u is getting cancelled. What is sine by cos? Sine by cos has to become tan alpha, all of you. Okay, so minus we can take it as half into g into x square by u square. Okay, so what is 1 by cos square? 1 by cos square stands for secant square, and secant square can be written as 1 plus tan square alpha. Therefore, this becomes the equation of your trajectory. Are you following all of it? This is a picture. Okay. Now, again and again, I'm saying all of it clearly here. We can apply the equation of trajectory. We can apply the equation of trajectory when acceleration ax is equal to 0 and when ay is equal to minus g. But all of you sometimes, mostly, not sometimes, mostly in the examination, ax will be given as, for example, I'm saying some 20 meters per second square, and ay will be given as, for example, I'm saying minus 10 meters per second square. So in this case, the equation of trajectory can never be applied. Okay. Therefore, in this video, we have seen when to apply the equation of trajectory in the GATE examination. Therefore, this is the place where many students are doing mistakes in the examination, all of you. Okay. So for more videos, subscribe my channel, that is Shortcut Master. Thank you. Bye.